What's up, guys? It's Super Koopa here, and I'm here with our usual post discussion with your usual host and your usual time. This week was expected to be a good one, and it started out that way, but then the trolling happened, and we'll talk a little about that sooner or later. But first, we're going to start off right in the beginning now, and for our first picture of the day, we have the finally confirmed picture of what the Smash Ball is going to look like in Super Smash Bros. And I'm pretty excited because in here, it's purple. And I love purple. And it says, pick the day, that item that brings victory one step closer. The Smash Ball. Of course, everyone wants it. Come to think of it, I haven't introduced any of the final Smashes yet. Then again, if I introduced every single one, it'd take over a month's worth of posts. Okay, so we're not really seeing any final smashes here, so I guess it's not really interesting. But this is actually probably one of the best posts of this week. And this is kind of information-wise. I mean, the best visual post is tomorrow, or the next ones. But so Sakurai says, come to think of it, I haven't introduced any of the final smashes yet. And he must have been sidetracked because he actually, I think that it would just be like, I don't know. I don't know what he was going for here, but he already showed Samus's final smash. And he also showed the Wii Fit Trainer's final smash. Both in the main the villager comes to town video and Wii Fit Trainer whatever and trains in or whatever. But yeah, we already saw 2 final smashes, so it's weird that he says this. But then he goes on to say, then again, if I introduced every single one, it'd take over a month's worth of posts. Now, first when I say that, I was just like, yeah, okay, that's funny. But then when I was thinking about it a little bit more, I'm like, wait a sec. He just pretty much said that it would take over a month. Now, a month is about 30 to 31 days, and we already have at least about 30 characters that are confirmed for it already. So he dropped the bomb and pretty much said that there's going to be over the 30 characters that we have now. So yeah, we're getting newcomers. We already knew this. But it's just kind of interesting how he says this. It's like it would take over a month to reveal all the final smashes. And we already have 2 revealed. So that's like 2 extra spots because we have about, I'm trying to think about how many characters we have. We have like 24 plus like the original 4 that we're obviously know are getting in, like Yoshi, Ness, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff. But we're expecting a lot of veterans to come back and some newcomers as well, which we'll probably see pretty soon. And so yeah, this is pretty interesting that he says that. I'm glad to finally see the Smash Ball. It was actually one of my most wanted things to see, as visual wise, not just like certain pictures or characters. I just want to see some visual and musical and audio. I like those details. I want to get those good details, like voice acting. That's like one of my biggest things, like for this next game, voice acting. How are they going to do? Are they going to change up Pikachu? Who's going to voice Pit this time? Is it going to be his Kid Icarus actor? Let's see, what else was I debating? Oh, Sonic as well. Who will voice Sonic in this game? Will it be his newer Sonic, or will they try to resurrect the old Sonic and stuff? So you know what, I don't know, because in his trailer it was just pretty much a resurrection of his old ones, just kind of ripped from Brawl, but I'm sure they'll change it up. They never really heard him talking except I believe once in the trailer. I think he was just doing a spin dash and he just said hey, which was, I don't know, they could change it, but I was thinking of other things for Little Mac. I don't know if Doc is going to be narrating it instead of Little Mac, because in the video, he was narrating it, but that might have just been for the video. It might actually be that in the real Smash. I think that would be actually cool to hear someone talking in the background while his fighter is fighting on the stage. So besides that, we just see Luigi using his side special, which is just his green missile, and just Kirby kicking at it. Alright, so this next one is Pick of the Day number 2, and this one was really exciting, and I'm glad I kind of stayed up for this one, because this one was a huge info dump of the stage that we've kind of been... We've heard some stuff about, and it was in the original... I think it was in one of the original trailers. But I think that this is really... Yeah, it was in the original trailer, because we saw Bowser getting mauled by the spike pillar. So, it says, Pick of the Day. Here's some info on the Nintendo 3DS stage, called Super Mario 3D Land. First, it advances by side-scrolling. You see on the top left. And then it shows... Then you continue into the valley. It's in 3D Land. It's in 3D Land, after all. The protruding stone blocks change the angles on the platforms, and that's the one with the cavern. The next one is, after that, you go... back to side-scrolling. Now it gets you moving. You'll have to trot downhill here. And finally, you get back onto the rails and go further into the stage. It takes roughly 2 minutes to complete a lap. And at the end, you go into a giant pipe that takes you back to the beginning. I know this sequence goes above and beyond a traditional Pick of the Day, so I consider this a little something extra on the side of me. He definitely spoiled us here, so I guess it's okay that we kind of got gypped out of the rest of them. They weren't total gyps. They were pretty good, but I mean, they weren't anything we were expecting. So, I think this is really cool that it would show so much detail on the stage, and we finally got the real confirmation, because we were debating whether this was a new Super Mario Bros. 2 because of the background, or if it was a 3D land. It was obviously 3D land because of the, obvious signs of it being a 3D land. But I never thought it would be called Super Mario 3D Land. That's just like the name of the game already, so it's like, whoa. I like these screenshots, and it shows Kirby and Mega Man fighting. It gives some more detail that we haven't seen. It gives more depth to the stage. I didn't even think there would be like a cavern sort of thing. I'm really amazed at that. Thoughts on this stage? I'm glad. I'm wondering if they're gonna do something similar on the Wii U version, like they did Mushroomy Kingdom. I think that they could do a 3D world sort of thing like that. I'm still expecting them to do a 3D world. I'm really hoping that they'll do a Bowser Circus level based on 3D worlds. I really hope they did. I really want them to do that in Mario Kart 8 as well, but I don't think they will, since they made that Club Koopa, the Koopa, the Nitro Nightclub is what I'm calling it, but that nightclub course, and I don't know, they could do it. I'm still hoping that they will. And they did the water park course. I mean, those don't necessarily pertain to a circus theme, but, Anyway, we're talking about Smash Bros. Here. So, I mean, this is a really cool pick. I'm glad that Sakurai went out of his comfort zone and showed 4 pictures and really good detail on them, too. This is good for the people who are especially predictors. Alright, the next one is... was on Metroid's anniversary. We were hoping for something from Metroid's, but we got something else from outer space. Fallen Rosalina. Strange how calm and nonchalant she looks even when she takes damage. Is this because she's from outer space? Who knows? There's not much to say about this picture besides Rosalina does actually die. She's not invincible. She's not the invincible person we all thought she was. But, in the background we could see some of the other characters that are going to be on the Smashville sort of stage, and it shows that one of the Nookling nephews from Tom Nook is going to be in it as well. I'm not sure if he was shown, and it looks like almost like Mabel is praying here. I don't know. I think that's just that's just the fence, but it almost looks like her hands are folded, like trying to revive Rosalina or something. I don't know. And Rosalina's just giving us some fish lips. We don't see anything else in this picture besides that. So, yeah, Rosalina. Next one is something that we were all waiting up for, but we did not get anything really special. We were hoping for Jigglypuff at least. Alright, we'll save that for the weekend. Maybe not. So, pick of the day. The Peanut Popcorn now deals a powerful attack when it explodes. It will be difficult to hit your target, but when you succeed, the explosion will really blow your enemies away. Give it a shot when you try to break someone's shield. Okay, so we see that Diddy Kong's move is tweaked now. Now I actually thought it was always this way, because when you loaded Diddy Kong's pop gun too much, it would always explode, and it damaged you, but I didn't know that it couldn't damage anybody else. So I guess that's a new feature. Especially when Sakurai also says breaking shields, and this is going to be really something to break people's shields and really give a powerful explosion, and you're actually self-detonating there's no character that's actually self-detonated himself, pretty much. I mean, King Dedede, he had his jet hammer when that was powered too much. I mean, it kind of exploded in his face. I believe also Luigi had something similar when he charged up his green missile, but I don't know. I don't think we really know what could, I've never seen a self-destructing character before. That would be Voltorb gets in. Okay, that's not possible. It's kind of cool how they're tweaking characters, especially Diddy Kong, because he seems extra tweaked. And they're showing the newcomer, the most recent one, and it has been a heck of a long time since we've seen a new character revealed, and we were hoping for the next day to get something really great. And Sakurai was really trolling us this time because we were really expecting some character. It's Wario's anniversary. Mario Party Island Tour just came out in Japan. So did Pokemon. The new Pokemon game for the 3DS just came out for North America. We were really hoping for something here. And we didn't get Yoshi last week, so we're like, alright, we are overdue. Let's get a character. So it says, pick of the day, the most powerful commander in the forces of nature. Lightning Flash, Phosphora. Okay, Phosphora. She's from Kid Icarus, and obviously I knew this wasn't a newcomer because she didn't have a video or anything, and they wouldn't obviously put her over Palutena. But it says in the comments, is a trophy. The detail in her scarf is amazing. It's like, okay, we were really hoping for a character, Sakurai. Why are you giving us a picture of one of the goddesses, the forces of nature, Lightning Flash, Phosphora, whatever the heck her name is? Why? Like, really? I mean, we know you own the Kid Icarus series, Sakurai. And it's nice that, this picture is beautiful. Seriously, this is very well detailed. I love how they're doing the assist trophies. This is definitely a lot better picture than the big Little Mac that we got last week. That was ugly. He was ugly in general in that picture. But the trophy wasn't ugly. It was cool. But now we have a really beautiful trophy, and we see her in her 3D form. So I really like this. It's also showing that they're making Kid Icarus characters in 3D. They were already in 3D, but in their like Wii U HD form. I like that they're really they're making them a lot more visually beautiful, I guess you could say. They're popping out more, a lot more details being done. And in other games, they made actual, they took 8-bit things and they made them into trophies. They did that with Excite Bike, Balloon Fighter. They've done that in many other things. So I liked how they did that in Melee, and then they did it again in Brawl with other characters. They did it also with Donkey Kong Jr. as well. But I just like how they're doing the trophies here. Now, I like how Sakurai shows this, because it's like, okay, well, we're expecting another Nintendo Direct pretty soon, and I'm trying to debate what kind of character will be confirmed for Smash Bros. Or we might get I don't necessarily want a character confirmation. I just want a trailer. I want a trailer of... I just want a good trailer of, mixed gameplay. I just want to see the game being played. I want to see more detail. I don't necessarily want to see new characters. I'd like to see some more veterans and maybe one new character. You know what? I really don't care. I think that they could... I don't know. I think that Sakurai, he did this on purpose because he spared us the Yoshi, he spared us the Jigglypuff, he spared us the Wario, and in any other Pokemon character that could have been in. He spared us all of this. And so I'm thinking that Sakurai is going to be showcasing a big video coming up. It could be just a newcomer. I could be wrong. But it could be something special. It might be just Snake. But it could be something special. He could be getting it ready. I know we have packs coming up, and we also have E3 coming up not too long. I don't know when that is. I think that's summer. But I mean, we're getting down to the bevels here pretty much, and I mean, it's getting close to some new information. So I mean, I don't blame Sakurai for slowing down. We've had a lot of veteran confirmations in between like newcomers, so like that leads me to thinking that they're gonna try to do like a bigger video and show some new veterans in there, kind of like they did in Brawl, how they showed like some veterans. They showed Ike and everything, and Diddy Kong. Now, one other thing I want to say before we go to commercial here, but I'm thinking that since Yoshi and Jigglypuff were not confirmed, and I think there was something to do with Earthbound recently that was skipped as well, do you think that those will be the secret characters like Luigi and everybody except Yoshi in Brawl? They were all secret characters that you had to unlock. Do you think it's going to be the same way in this? Because they did the same thing in Brawl like they did in the original Smash Bros. How those characters had to be unlocked. Except, I'm trying to think. No, Jigglypuff was not there from the beginning. You had to unlock 6 characters, I believe. Anyways, don't quote me on this, guys. But I mean, it was the same exact thing as the original Smash Bros. That you had to unlock those characters. So that leads me to think that, and they did that in Brawl, and now in this game I'm thinking it's going to be the secret characters that they're not going to show, they're not going to reveal until the game is finished, is going to be Yoshi, Jigglypuff, Ness, and Captain Falcon, that we're not going to get a confirmation. I think when Yoshi comes out in Japan, if we don't get a Yoshi confirmation, we'll get a stage, or maybe an item. Could be anything. Or assist trophy. We don't know. But something to do with Yoshi, or something referring to that. So yeah, that's what I think about that. I'm still thinking that those veterans are going to be, you know, the ones that are secret until the game comes out, like they did in Brawl, how they made those secret. If you guys watched the trailer, both trailers for Super Smash Bros. Brawl, all 4 of these characters were not shown. They were secret characters that were not shown. Some of the secret characters actually were shown, but these were not. And I believe Marth was also hidden because he was hidden in Melee. Most of the characters that were hidden in Melee in the original Smash Bros. For the N64 were secret characters in this game. So yeah, I'm thinking that they're gonna do the same thing here. Again, if you guys watch the Super Smash Bros. Brawl video, those 4 characters were not shown at all. So I'm thinking that neither will these 4. Yoshi, Jigglypuff, Ness, and Captain Falcon. Alright, well, we're about to go to a commercial. After that, I'm going to be doing a review of Pokemon Battle, and I still can't say it right, Trozei or whatever. I'll say it right in the review. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. Thank you. Alright, and welcome back, and now I'm going to be talking about a new game that just recently came out for Nintendo 3DS called Pokemon Battle Trozei, and that's how I'm saying it. I don't care what any other people say, especially the British. No offense to you British Yanks out there. I don't know if that was an offense, but anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this game. I'm not going to be doing a review of this game because I have not played it, and it doesn't look like IGN or GameSpot have either, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So let me just tell you a little bit about it. Puzzle solving skills meet adrenaline. Prepare for fast-paced Pokemon puzzle action, because you're about to match Pokemon while battling and collecting even more. This strategic puzzle game includes every known Pokemon, more than 700 from Pokemon Red and Blue all the way to Pokemon X and Y. Are you a master or aren't you? Moving and matching Pokemon to create changes is easy to start, but difficult to master. Match 3 or more Pokemon characters in a row to attack one of the many powerful opponents. Pokemon you'll face like Xerneas, Yveltal, or Charizard. During this wild puzzle action, you'll lure opponents' health points and eventually capture them, similar to regular Pokemon battle. Fans can expect classic Pokemon-type-based strategy, adding the depth that puzzle solvers of all ages can enjoy. And this game looks pretty critically acclaimed, at least from the fans, because on the IGN website, the fans actually rated it a 9.5, and that is extremely high for a video game of any kind. I mean, that is amazing. So it looks like this game looks pretty good. So how it plays is you start out with puzzles, and people say it's kind of sort of like Tetris meets Bejeweled, or, well, now it's called Candy Crush. But, so it's kind of like that, and what you do is you match 3 or more Pokemon, and the more you match and stuff, you can damage the Pokemon on top. So if the Pokemon is Pikachu, a bunch of Pokemon will come up below, and if you match those, it'll take damage to like the Pikachu, and once it has enough damage, you'll be able to catch it, just like in the regular Pokemon games. So this game looks pretty good, and eShop shows 5 stars, well, only from 150 people. But I think there hasn't been that many people who have rated it that long. So it looks pretty good. It looks pretty intense. It can be intense no matter how fast you can match and stuff, and it'll help you get it done faster. But you know what, I want to get a Pokemon game that I can actually say that I own, and this one I actually probably would. It's not a classic Pokemon game, but if you're looking for some fast-paced, action-packed mind games, then this would be a lot better than Brain Age or whatever the heck happens. Also, Professor Layton recently came out, and that one seems pretty good as well for a mind game and puzzles, so I'd request that one too. So, yeah, this game looks pretty cool, and it says it has every single known Pokemon, so I mean, that's gotta be pretty extensive, that you can match in battle, and I'm sure, I don't know too much about the modes in the game, but I expect that there's some modes where you can take on harder challenges and battle probably bosses. So that seems like a pretty awesome game, and I really would request it for you. Another game that I would request is A Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, and I'm going to be doing a review sometime next week. I already have the video together, I just need to post it, but I didn't want to post it corresponding to another video, because then it'll get pretty much ignored. Well, they'll both probably be ignored. But I'm going to be doing a review, and I'm going to be posting it on my channel. So that's coming up in a few days. Also, we aired our first Throwback Thursday this week, and that's going to be continuing on every Thursday. And also we have every Wednesday the Pokemon Let's Play, and every Saturday we have Nintendo Uncovered, which you are watching right now. One more thing I'd like to say is that our anniversary is coming up in just about, let's see, what is today? 22nd. So in 9 days is our Mario Fun Channel anniversary, and I have an announcement coming out that day, so stay tuned for that, and we'll try to have a video out for that as well. So this week was kind of short on pictures, and I'm really hoping that next week will have some more interesting things, because last week we had an amazing amount of pictures, and this week we pretty much got and it explains staging a Smash Ball. And not assist trophy, a trophy. And I mean, that's not a lot. We didn't get too much information this week. I mean, it was good information, but there's nothing like we had the week before that. So I guess we kind of got spoiled. So hopefully next week we'll have a better week. So we'll see you guys back here for our 10th episode of Nintendo Uncovered. I might do something special. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you guys for watching. Later.